So, last but certainly not least, I'd like to welcome up Mike Eshelman and Kevin Benner. So let's give them a round of applause. So, in addition to being my friend and former colleague, Mike is the CMO of Mr. Cooper, which is the largest non-bank servicer of loans in the country. And Kevin is my fellow Philadelphian from SDP Solutions. So why don't we start with a little bit about how you all got to know each other, and then hop into strategies to work leads as rates continue to tick up, as refi demand falls, as consumer demand changes, right? Any sort of sage wisdom or playbook that you can offer would be certainly appreciated.
Thanks, Jeff. Well, Kevin and I have known each other a while. I think the first time we met in person, your daughter was in a stroller.
Yeah.
How old is she now?
She's almost 14, so it was a little over 13 years ago. You, me, and my 2-month-old at TGI Fridays in San Diego.
Yeah.
So I think at that point we had known each other at least a couple years.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that was the first time we met in person.
We're getting old.
We are. We're getting up there. So kind of dating ourselves more, if anyone is familiar with this, it's the Konami code. And the Konami code is, growing up in the 80s and 90s, the cheat code where you can put in the up, up, down, down, left, right, and put in this code to get unlimited lives, get to jump higher, faster, anything you can do to beat the game easier. So it is the cheat code that I would constantly use to beat my friends. How is this relevant today?
You know, the cheat code's relevant today because companies are leveraging data to make better engagement decisions, and that is the cheat code. If you and I knew the 50% of leads that weren't going to convert, we would treat them a lot differently than that segment of leads that we feel confident is going to convert at 25%. I think you actually have some real life examples.
I do. So where I started, this actually is data from 2016, and it kind of changed the future of the way I viewed my marketing career. I started working with Jornaya. I was using the Jornaya Intelligence data set. First, I got Jornaya out of a need for TCPA compliance. I was working with Jeff, I was working with Lewis, and they brought to me this amazing chart that would show what you see on the bottom is the number of times consumers were witnessed filling out multiple forms across the internet by the time I got the lead. So you'd see 0 to 1 or 2. I would have okay application rates, but 3 to 4 skyrocketed on the application rate. So data doesn't lie, but it also doesn't always tell the whole truth. Because what I found was the bars, the light blue bars that you see is actually the approved applications coming in from each of those channels. So anytime a consumer would fill out a form once or maybe twice, I had pretty good approval rates on the applications. But now you start to get into the 3, 4, 5. These are the consumers who are out there filling out forms, talking to all sorts of different lenders, where it's, imagine that the consumer, a loan officer calls and the consumer says, yeah, hi, thanks for calling me. My social security number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're just thinking, wait a minute. This was way too easy to get this credit application. Why? They're getting denied everywhere, and they're trying to find that one lender that's going to give them a loan. So that's why it was the easiest to get those credit apps. So what do I want to do? I want to dynamically change my engagement strategy based on who is likely to turn into an approved application and give our salespeople a shot at actually getting a funded loan. So I would treat those that are coming in with 0 or 1 or 2 times witnessed across the internet and prioritize them for engagement with our loan officers, whereas anyone who is a 3 or more, I would really start pushing them down more of a digital channel, because I wanted to see if they would exhibit behaviors that would essentially push up the score and give a greater likelihood that, you know what, I should get that consumer to a loan officer because there's a great chance they will be approved. I just don't want to waste my loan officer's time. So as you create these dynamic strategies, how do you know that you're actually executing on these strategies? And this is where Kevin and I have been talking quite a bit.
Yeah, to create better customer experiences, to convert more leads, you want to be able to identify those viable leads, and then spend more time with them. And you do that by trying to provide the most robust contact strategy you can. You can have the best contact strategy out there, but if you're not executing on it, it doesn't mean anything. So one of the things we do with a lot of sales organizations is we call it a lead experience screening. You like to call it secret shopper.
Secret shopper.
And in essence, what we do is we learn what the expected outcome of a lead strategy is for an organization, and then we'll pump some leads into their ecosystem, and then we'll sit and wait. We wait for 10 days and gather email, phone calls, voicemails, texts, and then on day 10, we'll call the sales rep back, get them on the phone, have a brief conversation, and then have an excuse to get off the phone. My wife just came home. Can you call me back tomorrow at 3 o'clock? And then we wait again. And we wait to see if the sales rep calls us back at 3 o'clock. We find that, unfortunately, first time we run through this with a company, about 80% of them will be at least 1 hour late. When they do call back, we don't answer, because we want to see what happens after. Are they going to get sent a text? Are they going to send an email? Are they going to follow up more phone calls? 85% of the time, we get ghosted.
Crickets.
We don't get it. And these are opportunities where we've already said we're willing to do something. This is just a way of trying to trust but verify and make sure that your contact strategy is being executed. And we do, that's just something we do with a lot of our clients.
Yeah, so as marketers, we try and map out the customer journey, but testing and seeing what's actually happening by doing the secret shopper has been amazing, because you realize where the holes are, and as time goes on and you constantly make iterations, something in left field changed, and you wouldn't know about it unless you were doing a secret shopper. And then kind of leaving you with this, so in 2016, like I said, when I first discovered how I should actually alter contact strategies by leveraging data and really getting to the right data point, you can see how much data has grown. This is the available data in the world as reported by IDC, and it's jumped up quite a bit, and then the prediction of 22 through 25. The available data is just going to constantly grow, so it's not like you're finding that one possibly golden data point that we've kind of heard about a couple times. It's ever moving, it's changing constantly. And so I'm always out trying to learn, coming to events like this to learn what data sets are out there that I could potentially test and leverage, because it's just going to grow, and grow. And then obviously I think it's important to have a dynamic platform that you can actually execute on the new data sets that you're onboarding. So that's what I got. Thank you, Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.